All right. If you look at the data we have right here, right now, so it has a lot of columns. But what if we don't want to use this whole column to analyze data? What do we do? Should we keep them? I guess not really important. So I'm going to show you a particular part they call, choose column. So here we have choose columns, and here we have go to columns. Because we have a lot of columns right here, in case you want to go to, let's say you are here, and you're looking for business travel, you start searching through to know what business travel is, because you have to scroll all the way through. So what do you do to avoid all this? That is where this particular manage columns comes in. So go to this part here and go to column. So once you actually have that open, here you can see business travel. So you don't have to even guess where it should be. So once you click on it, it highlights the particular part for you automatically. So if you come here and go to column here, and you want to go to this particular, environment satisfaction, you can just click on OK here, and it takes you up to this particular part. That is one aspect I want to show you. The next one is go to this particular part again. So now this time around, we're going to use choose columns. Once you click on it, so let's see what it gives us. So something different. This one is with a checkbox. So this is where you can actually decide to choose which column you want to have gone. You don't want to use that column, and you're not going to use that column. You can from here delete it. Okay, let's say this particular CF age band right now. If you want to get it out, if I click on OK right now, it will be gone. But before I do that, let me show you what it is and why we're not going to use it. So here they actually help us to group the age, and I'm not very much satisfied with how the age is being grouped. So I want to have my own age grouped, differently from this. So in that case, because I'm going to have my own age grouped in different buckets, I don't really need to keep this. So we have different options to have this gone. You can either just hit on the delete key on your keyboard, or you can right click and say remove rows. And in case you want to remove something multiple, and you want to remove this CF age band and as well CF attrition label right here. So you can actually use this as well to do that. By going here, you can see where you have those two. You just uncheck it, and once you click on OK, what happens? They are gone. They're not more there, and it actually says remove other columns right here. Do you get this right? So this is how you can actually remove column. What if you want to get them back? So by clicking on this particular part right now, what happened? Do you really have them back? So I guess you do have them back, and this is exactly what it is right here. And if we go all the way back here and click on this right now, it's going to be unchecked. That is one way to actually get columns off. Or the next thing you can do is to actually select both of them. The delete key on your keyboard will do the same work for you. Okay, this staff number right here, if you don't need it, you can get it off, but this staff number is very important. So we can actually use this staff number to create something, amazing. So we're going to actually let it be there. So we scroll through and say, okay, employee number here. We don't need it. We just go ahead and say remove, and we'll take it off. So I'm just showing you how to get things off. It's not really, 100% important that you must get them off, but you can actually always do that. And that is actually good. This is what you need to know. So before we start making our transformation, let's see how we are going to actually, get this data back to Excel worksheet. So to get to Excel worksheet, in case you are on either of those particular, or tab here under the top ribbon, so all you can do is to click on home, and it's going to give you this particular part where it says close and load. So once you click on it, what you have right here, you have close and load, and you have close and load too. So when you say close and load, what happens? It's going to actually automatically load this into an Excel worksheet in this particular workbook. What if you say close and load too? So it's going to ask you two questions. Do you want to load this inside a worksheet, or you want to actually make sure it goes into another memory called our Power Pivot? Wherever. Let us actually try to use this one and see close and load. And what it does right now is trying to load the whole data in a new worksheet. And as you can see, it has a new worksheet entered for us right here. And now we have HR transform data here. So once we hover over it, we can actually come back here and go to edit, and we'll go back to Power Query again to have it edited. So right now I'm going to actually say transform data. So if I actually have this closed, so let's say by mistake, being it your first time, you just have it closed and you want to go back, what do? You go back to this particular top level right here and you go to data, and from data, you're going to see where it says show queries. So once you click on show queries, you find this again and you can actually hover over it and come right here and click on edit. Or if you don't want the table, you can always delete it from Power Query by clicking on this particular delete right here. Or you can right click and see more information on what it is, like refresh, rename, delete, edit. And if I click on edit, what happens? It takes me back to Power Query. So closing gets me back right here. Okay, for the other option we've not used, I'm going to go on edit again. For this very option we've not used, do not worry, we're going to see how to use this and what we need this for and why we should use it and why it is different than the one we have just used right now. I just want to break everything down in pieces for you to understand what it is, and this is going to be a bonus to you, specifically if you have not used Power BI before. Once you get to Power BI, it will not be something new to you again. It will be very simple and easy because already we've walked through most of the things you need to know in Power Query right here in Microsoft Excel.